So Tony, when you look at this South region, which a lot of folks think are the toughest in the tournament, including those, talk to me about what you think about the elite teams in there, including 4-seed Arizona and 5-seed Kentucky.
I think when you get to the NCAA tournament, there's such quality teams, and the wise thing to do is you lock into who you play and try to earn the right to get to the next round. But there's good teams. Everybody had to earn their way into this tournament, whether it's through a conference tournament, at-large bids, and I think there's just very good teams in the whole tournament. And you know, matchups, how teams play, all those things will come into play. But I honestly haven't looked too far or looked at it. Once we found out where we were playing or who we were playing, then you go to work on that. And you know, again, if you're fortunate enough to advance, you know the next round game of the teams, you get your coaches looking at scouting stuff and then prepare that way.
So you haven't seen much of Arizona or Kentucky in terms of, they have all these NBA prospects, including Ayton, who's probably going to be the #1 pick of the NBA draft.
There's some great talent in the tournament, and a lot of teams have great players, some that are really well known and some that aren't well known. And that's, you know, the exciting thing about college basketball and the tournament for sure.
How proud are you with the team in regards to blocking out the noise, the outside noise of what is expected from this team, and just you know, handling the task at hand at this point?
Yeah, I think they've done a really good job all year, and you know, that's always important to, you know, get to your game and respecting your opponent, but being clear about how you have to play. And I think some of our leadership has done an excellent job with that. And you know, we talk about it all the time, to try to prepare to the best of your abilities and keep improving and have that mindset. And know there's always going to be challenges, and you know, again, there's so many good teams out there. I can't remember when it was when we first got ranked in the top 5, but you know, you're always dealing with those questions. Can you keep it up? And you take it a game at a time, as the old adage goes. You embrace the challenge, and you don't look too far ahead, and you just say, all right, this is what's in front of us. And the guys, I think, have step by step done that this year, and hopefully will continue to be that way.
Has it started with the three?
Of course, yeah.
Push that?
Yeah, I think their experiences have helped, and it's that way. And I think we just have a good group that is, again, understands, you know, how they have to play at their best and what that requires.
Tony, you told us on Sunday you hadn't had a chance, obviously, to look at the Retrievers, but after a couple of days, what's your take on that first round?
Yeah, I'm very impressed. I know Coach Odom, Coach's son, so excellent coach, and in 2 years he's really turned that program. They have a terrific player in Jarius Lyles. I mentioned in the teleconference he had 31 against Arizona. He's the young man that hit the shot to beat Vermont. To beat Vermont at Vermont, and that place is terrific. They're a really good shooting team, and they spread the floor with quickness and space and run good offense, play good defense. As I said, in this tournament, everybody's earned their way in, and it's quite a good team. And like I said, I know they're excited to be in. I haven't played at a mid-major. That's a big deal. And in good basketball, we always talk about knows no divisions or limits. It's just good basketball, and they're playing it at this point in the year.
How much does it change things for you guys offensively when you're getting contributions from the front court, from like Jack or Mamadi or whoever? Yeah,
I think anytime you can get interior scoring or just diversity, more balance is good in this case, and that's, I think, been a key this year, the diversity of scoring that we've had, different guys at different times. It's not just one or two guys. You need everybody to score, but if you can get, again, different guys being threats, it makes a difference.
Isaiah said something last week in Brooklyn about there was a conversation amongst the front court players about contributing more offense. Was that amongst themselves, or did you guys as coaches talk to them about that, or how did that all go down?
Well, I mean, we challenge, you know, depending upon the games, we challenge our guys to be factors, however that is. Our front court is such they rebound, they screen, they run the floor, they do I guess a lot of the little things, but we also think there is a balance where they need to look to get catches and make some plays when the opportunities present themselves. And I thought that's what you saw and what happened with Mamadi and with DeAndre and with Jack and Isaiah at different times. I think that's been important, and a lot of it depends on matchups and things like that.
DeAndre, how much of a boost does he give the team when he says, you know, he gives you 10 or 12 points in a game?
Yeah, DeAndre's versatility and his ability to I was talked about it defensively and offensively, to shoot the three, to slash, score inside, and then, you know, to guard, sometimes switching screens and do things. He's had a remarkable year and really has improved, and certainly very proud of him.
Coach Bennett, I just wanted to ask you about the equipment managers and the manager being able to cut down the net first. Just tell me a little bit about that.
I like that question a lot. Our managers and our Matt Althoff, our equipment manager, and the people who assist our program are kind of the unsung heroes. And we talk a lot about, and it's even publicized, our pillars in our program. And I always tell our team, you want to see me get really mad or really angry, just go ahead and disrespect some of our managers. That's where I'll probably lose it, because they're the true servants of our program. They don't get much attention. They're here late, they're doing the wash, they're wiping the floor, making the Gatorade, rebounding nonstop. One of our managers had I don't know, it was almost like he got carpal tunnel because he rebounds so much for our players. Other guys, they wear out their, you know, one guy had a bad Achilles problem because he's just worked so hard chasing balls and doing stuff. And they're awesome. So when they can get recognition and I can talk about them, or they can get up on the net and cut a net down, that's the right stuff, because there's no one, they're a part of this as much as everything. So I give thanks for them, and I love the fact that I didn't even get to see it. So all the managers got up there, or was it Matt, or I don't even know who? Matt, okay.
To Twitter.
That's cool. That's the way it should be. So I'm glad that that wasn't of my doing. I didn't know, but he deserved to be up there, as really a bunch of people deserve to be up there.
With what?
Great question.
Scared to ask this question now. With what the team has accomplished up to this point, have they even exceeded your expectations?
This is a unique team because, you know, to start the year, we didn't know what to expect. There was a lot of unproven guys. We know we had a good team and all of that, but they've just continued to play, and to see where they're at now, it's been quite a run for sure. And now you get into this tournament, you want to obviously keep it going, but absolutely to win a regular season ACC conference and then to win the ACC tournament, and the way they've done it in the balance with, I don't want to say unsung heroes, but just guys that you weren't sure, with the transfers leaving, the lack of experience coming back, and then to see the leadership take place with Isaiah and Devin, and then Jack, and then the younger guys come to the table. It's really been a unique is the word I'd use, and special. I mean, I know those are probably overused words, but that I think has taken place. So I don't think people would have projected that. That's why you don't put projections, and you don't get too caught up in being ranked too high or not being ranked at all at the start. It's really going to be about how you play and how you maximize your abilities, and this group has really come close to maxing out in a good way.
Okay, got time for one or two more questions.
And you talked about the intangibles this team has in Brooklyn. What are the intangibles that specifically that you think this team has that can maybe be a Final Four team?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. I think you stay really devoted and clear on how you have to play, your identity as a team. Things don't change. You're going to need an incredible amount of heart, good fortune, all those things. Got to be sound and tough defensively. You can get into the basketball stuff, but their chemistry, their unselfishness, their ability to play so hard. Whether, you know, it was funny. My dad called me before one of the games, and he said, "You've got to learn," he said, "whether it's right or not, you know, maybe you're favored in some of these games." He said, "That's up to you. You got to learn how to underdog the underdog. You got to out-underdog the underdog, you know." And if you play, and that's the mindset, the grit, and the fight that, of course, you're going to need. And that's why I thought it was kind of a catchy way to say, can you out-underdog an underdog? And that can't ever change here. That kind of mentality. And I thought in the games we played in Brooklyn, everybody's playing hard, everybody's scrapping, but you can never take that for granted. So I think that's where it starts.
How can he put that moniker on them, being the overall #1 seed in the tournament, being an underdog?
Yeah, I mean, once the seedings are just, you know, you've earned the right, you know, it's a kind of a reward for a heck of a regular season and conference tournament, and then it starts over, and you get ready to play. And I think that's more, again, for fans and media and stuff like that. It's about, okay, the matchups and playing to the best of your abilities, because there's so much parity in college basketball and at this level. You know, you talk about the different regions and the depth and all that, and so I don't think that plays too much into it. I think that gets overanalyzed, to be honest.